Hi, my name is Caitlin Akon. I played Enid on The Walking Dead, and you are watching Comiverse.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Into the Comiverse, man. It's been a few weeks, and I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm going to welcome my panel. We got Mike. How you doing, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
We got Dr. Von Hoot from across the pond. How you doing, brother?
Evening all.
And we got Cliff from Cliff on Comics. So, how'd y'all enjoy the new intro?
I love it.
Fantastic, fan.
Yeah, it's so metal. It's so metal. I love it.
Back there, like rocking out.
Yeah.
The band is called Jaded Heart. They came out in Arkansas in the 90s. I was friends with them. I got to meet them and talk to them and hang out with them. And funny thing is they were mentioned briefly in Metal Edge magazine. They recorded a demo and they went to, which that song was on, and they went actually all the way to Phoenix, Arizona, and actually opened for Rob Halford when he was in Fight. And Rob suggested they change their band name to UVA, which was stood for Ultraviolet Assholes. But when they came back, they were on the cusp of signing a record deal, and then they just disbanded. So I believe the singer wanted to do country music, and I think he's still doing country music, but really great band, and man, they could have did something. But of course, this was also during the time that, 80s metal was dying too. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
early 90s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think the demos came out in 93. So, yeah, it was like.
Oh, yeah. That's for that particular sound. That isn't the ideal time period, is it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You had all your Nirvanas and grunge going mental.
But yeah, I just been recuperating. I want to thank everybody for sending me get well wishes when I was sick, and technically I made my return to live last Sunday on Durza's show, but that was more of a test of the waters, and my voice is still a little, It got to the point to where, like, not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, I was losing my voice, and that was actually what prompted me to go to the doctor. After everybody was telling me to go anyway, but that was what finally made me decide to go. And we got TM Nerdy, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Travis.
Pretty good.
What's
Y'all,
up,
TM Nerdy just got monetized, so if y'all want to sub to his channel, it's what, 99 cents a month?
99 cents a month.
99 cents a month?
Hell yeah.
99 cents a month.
I was gonna say, I remember when I used to be able to buy a pack of Marlboros for 90 cents a pack.
See, I felt so bad because I was thinking, all right, 99 cents for me Canadian. It'd be like 75 cents for everybody else. And I was thinking, like, I was telling people that. I was like, yeah, it'll probably be 75 cents for you guys. Turns out it's 99 cents for them anyway. So it doesn't matter. So
it's a 99 cent bottom across the board.
Yeah. I think it was you, Cliff, that told me that, wasn't it?
99 cents.
We got a few people in the chat. Checking in at 5:34. We got What Up Fam by Chris the Comic Vet. They had another killer show with Only Slabs today. That was pretty awesome. I'm trying to remember, the guy's name was Chuck Hennessy. He showed us some pretty awesome books. KBDM, how you doing?
What's up, KBDM?
My brother from another mother, Timothy. What's up, fellow nerds?
What's up, Timothy?
And then Couching and Slouching. Well, good evening, everyone. How you doing, brother?
Say Bizzle.
Isn't it C Bizzle's birthday today?
Yes,
yeah, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Happy birthday.
Happy
Dude,
birthday, sir.
does
Young
he
DJ
share a birthday with DJ Lynx
Yeah, he
then?
does.
with
Yeah.
DJ Lynch and with someone else too. Anger management.
Hey, and
I didn't
Cliff,
know.
Freaky Louie's here. He said he's here for the Cliff bait.
What's up, Louie?
Oh my! I couldn't ask for a bigger compliment. Louis the best.
We got the Godfather. Hey, if you haven't seen on Instagram, everybody needs to go to Shop for Comics. You know, he does the Shopified Universe, and he did a cover of me and Brian of ASM 147, where I'm the Tarantula and Brian is the Spider-Man. And I ordered a print of it. It's pretty cool. Whenever I get it, I'll show it off.
Awesome.
Yeah, those are cool. Whenever I like what he's doing. Like, not only did he like start up the whole shopverse and that, and create all of the community members and make them into some of their favorite characters, but now he's making covers and doing all that. I think that's fascinating and freaking fantastic.
Awesome.
Couch saying thank you for the birthday wishes, Brian. Gary B, the casual comic guy. Hey, y'all, go check out his Instagram page. I'm not going to spoil it, but he released some big news that they're doing. So go check out Gary B, the casual comic guy's Instagram page, because he's got a big announcement on that. I seen it right before I was coming live, and it's pretty awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
I still owe him a sizzle.
I do too.
How you doing, Brian? Basketballs. He just bounced into support.
Hey, Brian.
Ryan Wiley, what's up?
What's up, Brian?
And Caroline, Miss Lady Fantastic. How you doing, ma'am?
What's up, Caroline?
And as for right now, we're caught up with the chat. Now, I've got some new books to show off. I actually got everything read, but I finally got to make it to my LCS. But y'all got anything new y'all want to show off before I do mine, or?
What's up, Wellborn? Nah, not me.
I mean, I've got some stuff lying around. I don't know whether I showed this or not the last time I was on.
We have Reverend Bleeker here.
It's worth doing anyway.
What you got?
Bleeker's
What's up, Bleak? Rafaels?
Rafaels is here. So let me. Oh, hold on. It's been a minute. So excuse me, DVH.
Embiggen me, as it were.
We got to make you bigger.
I don't know. Did I show this off?
No.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's really epic. Cool. I love it.
Oh my God, that brings back memories. Damn, and you got it in. Oh my God.
It's new. It's just come out. It's Trick or Treat Studios put it out. They've got Dr. Killermoth as well as the other character you can get.
Ooh, I hadn't seen that.
Focus. But yeah, I love it. It's really, really cool figure.
I gotta show you what I won.
Damn.
When you're done.
Oh yeah. What else have I got lying around? Hang on. Let's get the table. Oh, well, I mean, I'm cannibalizing my own content here, but I love it so much. I've got to show it.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Yeah, quadruple signed.
Yeah, that's
I just got done reading that trade, man. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great book, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, like I love how the signatures are all different colors. Like I don't know whether you guys know Japanese wrestling, but it's tradition for the audience to throw streamers into the ring.
Yeah,
celebrate, and it looks just like that. In a sort of weird way. It really reminds me of Japanese wrestling and streaming.
Yeah, it does, especially in like the finales and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What else did I get out today? Oh, this is nice. I forgot I'd even ordered this, but I bought this for Mrs. Von Hoot. It's a very shiny.
Oh, nice.
That is nice.
It's hard to get it clear of the shininess. But,
you can see it. It's the Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic. Homage.
Who's the artist? Lexus.
Yeah, that's good right there.
Lyrics. Or
Yeah.
something. Leirix. However you pronounce that.
Lyrics.
Lyrics.
What's
But
up,
yeah,
John?
I really like this, and I was a real surprise when I pulled it out of a packet. It's like, apparently I bought this, and because I'm a big fan of fairly obscure hip hop, I got the Blaze Your Dead Homie comic that came out, which is pretty obscure. That came out earlier this year. But it's a lot of fun.
I think Dr. Von Hoot's just making up comics.
I am just making them up.
It works.
Let's see if I've got anything else interesting. Oh yes, this one was dope. I won a giveaway on the Killer Comic Show last week, and he sent it through to me. And this is one of the covers, and I just absolutely love it. It's really cool.
Oh man, that is beautiful. I mean, the transformation.
Magic Badger didn't like it particularly, but I thought it was fantastic.
Who's that character? I'm sorry, I'm on my phone.
It is Hulk.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't.
Cool.
I might be with Mrs. Von Hoot on that one.
It's a different way to do Hulk.
Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just the angle we're getting or something.
Could be
because it was hard to tell that it was the Hulk. I was thinking it honestly. It looks like a lizard or something. There, well, I can see it. I can see it a lot better there.
Well, I'm on my phone and I just seen 3 parts and I was just like, maybe it's Zorbo.
I could see that. I mean, it's not the traditional way you would do a Hulk transformation, but it's very viscerally violent. I think I love the pain on his face because I'm a sadist.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Then we got this one.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Also,
One woman
in the giveaway from Killer Comic Show. Oh no! This one blew my mind just because I had no idea it existed. I'm sure you're all familiar, but Deathstroke and Yogi Bear.
What?
I've never seen them. I do remember when they were doing the crossovers, but I don't know if I saw that one.
I am familiar. What they did with the Flash.
I am familiar with both of those characters, but not both of those characters together.
Yeah, not together. Yeah.
I remember like Space Ghost was with somebody and Snagglepuss was with somebody.
Yeah,
that'll do me. I've still got loads of stuff lying around, but that's the fun stuff.
Cliff, you said you had something you want to show?
So Dr. Von Hoot, when you were on my whatnot.
Oh yeah,
I have a million things to say. Number one, the fact that I have Mrs. Von Hoot's stamp of approval warms my heart. By the way, because watching you unbox my stuff was just beautiful.
Oh, she loves you.
And I love how you're like, the card is so cool. I'm like, my Christmas card. But that guy who was who you were basically just you and him battling away, right?
Yeah.
He invited me to his channel for one of his evenings, and I won his first giveaway, which is
cool. Tremendous.
So shout out to Tony in Pennsylvania.
I love that book as well. It's great.
It is.
Durs is lurking in the chat. And he said he was trying to get things finished up with the family. But he's going to lurk in the chat. Tomorrow night is his 2,000 subscriber giveaway, if I believe. Woo! So that's pretty cool. Hell, he's almost a 3.
I'm pretty sure I've won his grand prize the last 2 times he's done a giveaway. It seems deeply unfair for everybody.
I got something I want to show.
All right. Were you done, Cliff?
I mean, I've got more, but we can do that later.
Really, this is for DVH, and I want to know if you have this, because if you don't, I want to send it to you. But this is Girls.
Oh, I do not have that. I have actually been looking for it. Yeah.
It's yours, baby. I'm gonna find a way to get it to you. I was like,
Tremendous.
man, this guy. I was like, I've been looking for like some crazy owl stuff to like find for you. Finally, yes. All right, all right.
It's
what I-
hard, right? There isn't that many owl covers. I keep looking for them everywhere, but
There is, and I remember there was like one time you were showing a bunch, and I remember you do have some like ones that I had never seen, and then I came across this one, and I was like, I don't remember him showing this one.
yeah, no, I've seen it online, but I never found a copy of it.
I heard carrier
So-
pigeons are pretty cheap to get stuff. Some places.
Sparrows.
For-
Hmm.
For too long, all we use is
Or you
drones.
could be even weird, like you could be even more like on the nose with it and get an owl.
Yeah.
Just don't use
That-
that one owl that Ron used.
That's all I got. I was, just curious. Sorry to take it.
That's awesome. Cheers for that. That's tremendous.
Back to Cliff.
All right. You want a small box or a medium box?
It don't matter.
Medium.
Just
Let's go with
show us
medium.
your damn box.
Oh wait, are you opening all of that now?
No,
What's,
I just
what's,
wanted to have a random assortment ready.
what's in the box?
They're always comics.
Okay.
A D in the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not the SNL box, right?
We all know I can't offer you the other kind of box.
You can, but they'd have to be like edible or something like that.
You can.
In
It's just
theory,
it'd be considered your back box.
Yeah.
oh, I'm glad that you were so ready with the language.
Shapes. And Canadian
He's
was just
he's like,
cheaper.
I've been considering things lately. It's been a lonely year. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Are there comics in here?
I'm waiting for the moment where there's like not comics. Just
I
like
mean,
pulls it out. There's like just a
point,
bunch
it
of
would be
paper.
funnier if there weren't.
And something for his mom.
No, I'm not that dumb. I mean,
I'm
I've
not
done
saying-
plenty
I'm
of-
not
Look!
saying
It's
that.
just paper. It's just paper.
That's not what you're right.
All right, this is from Vintage Comics for you. There we go.
It's his autobiography. Notes.
Good. I like
on,
when the tape
Notes.
gives right away.
on Cliffs.
All right, we got Superman 282.
Ooh,
Nice.
Go side to side or up and down.
Side to side or up and down.
You're getting a bit of glare
no,
on it.
vertical.
Side to
If we're
side.
doing vertical, you got vertical. You've got to put. in
That's
your
how you
work.
get hurt. That's how you get hurt. Okay. Side to side. All right.
You know, I
That's really cool.
There you go. There you go. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
the sweet spot.
I haven't seen a Lois Lane cover that I did not like. I don't own a Lois Lane comic yet. I think I gotta invest.
I think
They're
I've
not
got
expensive
one.
at all.
I've got one Lois Lane comic, and it's a really weird cover where she's wearing a bikini and being strapped down to the floor by little miniature versions of the JLA. It's very strange.
You
That's-
know what's really strange? I don't remember getting all this Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I was about to
But
say I like
apparently
the
it
Ghost
happened. This is a great one.
Rider. Ooh,
Ooh,
Oh, that's
nice.
cool.
bosom
is very
buddies.
cool. I got into like a little war for this one. Oh,
Ooh.
That's nice.
Look at that.
That's great.
Man,
cover.
that's
do
pretty.
you know, which Clayface's first appearance is this?
Lady.
I think it's the actor dude.
I was gonna say, was it Basil Carlo?
Which-
but I may be
I
wrong.
think it's Basil.
If that's the case, that's the Clayface that we're supposed to get in the next Batman
Matt
movie.
Reeves.
Yeah, the Matt Reeves one.
It's a good
I
kid
was
to
just
have.
joking when I said the lady. I don't know.
Some Batman family. I don't even
Ye-
know where that came from. I do know I was after these.
Cool.
Ooh, Dan and
Nice.
Always love that Toys R Us advert trade dress.
right? That shopping spree. Oh man.
Yeah, it's loads of fun.
I wonder who won that shit.
I like that. That's a nice cover.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And then I don't even know. Sometimes people do lots or whatever. They'll do like 3 comics at a time. I'm like, fine, let's just do this. And it's a very bad move. Very bad.
Well,
I've never read an issue of Rom.
me neither.
I've only
really
read
should.
I've only read when the X-Men show up.
I never understood what it was or who he was or how it fit in. Like I was like, all right, we got all these superheroes.
Basically he is Rom the Space Knight. He comes from the far reaches of God knows what. And the dire wraiths have come into our sector of the galaxy or into our galaxy. They're infiltrating Earth. They're harassing everybody. And like it's Rom's mission to stop them. And there are several comic books like X-Men 187 and 188 that feature the dire wraiths directly going after Marvel teams and characters, right? So like, and then I think Rom number 50 is his last issue where it like wraps up. He's completed his mission. He takes off into deep space to go home.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's cool. Wasn't there like a Rom issue that was like the second appearance of Rogue or something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know he's tied to the X-Men. I just
see now he's making. Actually, no, I think I have that one.
This one's 189 and 194.
Is that Grey Hulk?
Oh
no! I wish it was something that cool. See, Gary B knows Rom's amazing, even though I only got the gist of it. 196.
I'm not saying he wasn't amazing. Toy games.
Toy games, yay!
More saying you just don't know much about it. Like I don't know nothing about Rom either.
I never read him.
Now I know I don't have that one. That is
he's got a fan base, and that's what speaks to me. You know,
who's the Archer character on that?
The Golden Archer, which I don't know which Golden Archer this is, but I know the Squadron Supreme Golden Archer is a knockoff of Green Arrow.
Right. What's up, Chad?
I don't know if this is supposed to be the same thing.
It doesn't sound right. Golden Archer.
I mean, I do believe, whichever one this is, I do believe he was created simply as the knockoff Green Arrow for Squadron Sinister, Squadron Supreme.
I believe you.
You know, and his girlfriend, Lady Lark being the Black Widow. I mean, not Black Widow. Oh my God, Black Canary. Whatever the nuclear guy was, I forgot his name. He would be Firestorm, right? But you know,
yeah,
it's fun stuff. All right, that was a fun box. I appreciate you guys.
That was
the Golden Archer. Let his arrows rain down on you.
Right.
So,
I mean, I'm looking for rain.
Before I get started, I want to do this at the intro, and I forgot. First and foremost, happy 90th birthday to Tom Baker. For those of you who don't know who Tom Baker is, he was the 4th Doctor in Doctor Who. Yeah. So happy birthday to a legend. He's considered by a lot, including myself, as probably the best Doctor. And that could be debatable. There may be somebody that disagrees with me, but that's cool. Now, the first 3 things I'm going to show, I showed these on Durz's live stream last week, but I'm going to show them again. Let's see, where do I start? Picked this up at Walmart. Finally got me a tarantula figure. Thought that was pretty cool. I got this using rewards points from work, which coincidentally I just got a promotion at work.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And it's falling apart. Yeah, I'm actually in my job. I'm what's called a process control technician, where I just go basically make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do to make sure everything's safe. But I'm actually in the lab now. I'm doing quality assurance. So I got this with the reward points.
Oh, yes. Class.
So I've been putting him right next to my Coronation Starscream, and Starscream hadn't been real happy about that. And then I think it was last Saturday, went to a new video game store in town, a new used video game store called 8-Bit Legends. Added this to my Sega Genesis collection, which I only have 6 Sega Genesis games.
Nice.
Got it for nice and cheap, and it's complete.
Yeah,
I think I need Mortal Kombat 3 to have all the Sega ones. All right. Now, new stuff. I was finally able to make it to my LCS. Unfortunately, Ultimate Spider-Man dropped when I was sick, so I was unable to get one. But I bought a digital copy and read it today and loved it. So I'm gonna have to try to get the second print when it comes out. But I did pick these up. The first two, these are the only Marvel books I bought, and it was strictly because of the covers. And there's this Fantastic Four
Okay.
and the Marvel Masterpiece cards. I think these were Jisco or were they Hildebrandt? I think they were. I don't remember. Might have been Hildebrandt. And this amazing. This is the only reason why I bought this Amazing Spider-Man was because of this cover.
Just reaching for you.
And I got representing Durs and the Spawn Bros. Got King Spawn. Loved it. But I think I'm reading those out of sequence because I'd read one where he was with Wanda, and then spoiler alert, he was with Wanda in this one. They met. Got this Scorch cover, and I also got this Scorch cover.
Huh.
And for me, as far as the new books go, this is probably my favorite read of the week. Well, actually, Ultimate Spider-Man was, but my other favorite read was Cobra Commander. I love this. It seems like they're tying more into the cartoon than they are the old Marvel series, which is fine.
Yeah, it sounds. I don't know a lot about the old G.I. Joe Marvel series, but I would think it might annoy some like hardcore fans of G.I. Joe. But I think it was awesome. Like I loved it.
If they want the Marvel series, the other G.I. Joe book, which is now on 302, is
That's
the
true.
book for them. There's literally something for everyone. I'm sick.
I got this cover, and I don't normally buy blanks. I know Scotty would cry foul on that one, but I got this one for one intention and one intention only. My daughter's going to draw a Cobra Commander or something on this one for me.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah.
And of course, G.I. Joe. I loved it. Now, I'm going to admit when I read 301, I was like, okay, great. We got Walking Dead on Cobra Island. And then I read 302 and 303, and it really picked up. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And of course, I'm going to end it with Transformers. Love that. And I meant to mention this in Spawn. I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with Spawn and the Throne of Hell, but I'm going to say it right now. Everybody's fighting to see who's going to sit on the Throne of Hell, whether it's Spawn or Sin or some other guy. I can't even remember his name. He kind of looks like a Spawn Carnage thing. And Spawn himself. And I said Stephanie. Durst can disagree with me, but I think at the end of the day, Malbosia's been dead since issue 100. I think he's going to come back.
You know what? I'm gonna throw out my guess right now. It's gonna be Twitch.
Well, hey,
No,
that'd be interesting.
just has nothing to do with anything right now. They are getting their own series though. Sam and Twitch is coming. Case
That's what I
Files.
got. I'm gonna check out the
What
chat a
happened to
little
King
bit.
Spawn? I thought he was the king. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
you know, like, well, what happened to that? I thought that was like the spoiled point.
Shop's in the house. What's going on, Shop? I talked about
What's
you
up, Shop?
earlier and your awesome shop stuff. And basically, we got Madam here. How you doing, Madam? Stephanie?
What's up, Stephanie?
So, if nobody's got anything else they want to show off, do y'all? Within reason, Cliff. I see you grinning.
You know you don't really want me to answer.
Okay, now I'm going to do something new right now. This is something, now I want to do some community shout outs, but I'm going to do something a little different. I'm highlighting 7 people. I did a little clip. And basically, if you're not subbed up to these gentlemen, consider subscribing to their channels, checking them out. Everybody that I feature tonight makes awesome content, and spoilers is most of the people that's in this panel. But I'm going to play this little clip, and then we'll go. And I got something else, and we'll talk about, and then we'll go into our topic, unless somebody else got something to do. So here is my community shout outs for this. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to these fine gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Everybody makes awesome content, and go check them out, man. And I
I'm
want
loving that
I-
synthwave music.
I'm
That
not
was
Right?
amazing.
subscribed
Me too.
to.
Can-
I'm
can
not
we get that
subscribed to
music in the
any of
background?
those guys, especially that
Yes.
TM nerdy dude. Like,
Yeah, screw TM Nerdy.
yeah, fuck that guy.
99 cents a sub.
For 99 cents a month, you could feed a hungry Canadian.
We'll send you a picture of your very own White Walker.
for the price of a Reese's cup, you could feed a Canadian.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to start talking about this a lot in the live shows, and I'm going to make myself bigger again. So
You're supposed to do that in private.
Saturday, March 9th, Sunday, March 10th. If you just happen to be in Northeast Arkansas in the Jonesboro area, which I don't know if y'all will be, we're doing
I'm
a
check my
nice.
diary, but I'm thinking probably not.
Well, we could do some wibbly wobbly timey.
I don't know.
Nerdsassemble.com is in conjunction with my LCS B&B Collections is doing a little small con called Heroes in a Half Shell, and it's featuring Steve Levine, Jeremy Clark, Wayne Grayson, and Tim Latte. I believe that's right. They all, as you can tell, there's no leaving in the imagination what the theme is. Heroes in a Half Shell. And my wife's going to have a booth. She's going to be selling her cuts. I'm going to be doing stuff as Comiverse in some capacity. There may be some lives where I just pop up every now and then during that whole weekend. It's going to be interesting because we don't get a lot of stuff like this around our area. So I'm going to try to do what I can to support that. And it should be a lot of fun. And trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, no, that's all I got.
How big's the venue?
It's a Hilton hotel. I'm assuming this is just like a convention room or something. I don't figure it's going to be. I don't know. They said they had to open up another area for vendors, so I don't know.
It could
Oh,
be
that's
fun
cool.
because sometimes they have like the convention hall like rented out, but sometimes they'll do like private rooms for like other stuff within the hotel.
I've never been in there, so I don't know how big this thing is. So I mean,
Like a bunch of the ones that I've been that are usually like I've been to like a couple horror ones, and like they have the main stuff in the convention one, and then they'll have like certain celebrities and like certain rooms. They'll have like exhibits in certain rooms, and all that's part of the convention, and they'll tell you where it is and stuff. But it's kind of a neat idea. Like, you go up in the elevator, you walk down, and you actually go to like a bigger room or something. It's kind of cool.
I meant to highlight this earlier and I didn't. Stephanie Madam said, "Can I nominate Mike for best voice in the CBC Awards of 2020?"
Yeah. I
Go
left
for it.
Thank you, man.
And she wants to know why TM Nerdy is in witness protection tonight.
Oh, please. He's a troublemaker. But Mike, I would give you one. You would be in the running of my top 3 because you're one of the only people I can play at double speed, and I understand every word because you enunciate. And look,
You just got to get past all my uhs.
No, at double speed, your eyes just fly right through.
Also, in order to see TM's face now, you have to pay 99 cents.
99 cents.
That's okay. If I want to see TM's face and more, I'll just go through his Instagram history.
Right.
99 cents. Is it 99 cents a minute?
Hey, Rich. That's his OnlyFans.
Yeah,
that's a whole different side of things. It's like
You gotta
99 cents a month on my YouTube side. My OnlyFans side, that's a whole different story.
No,
Yeah, you gotta bring dollars
You
to
can
that.
start at 99 cents a month on his OnlyFans, but there's a paywall for all the good stuff.
Hey, I've seen the picture where TM showed off his Supergirl cover, and I'm still in therapy. Okay.
You know what, Tony? Be a man.
And good.
I am a man. I am a man. Damn it.
Well, be more of one. All right.
And it's just you can't really see me. That's why I have my. I could be like this.
Oh, it's night vision, Travis.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to I'm just like here in the dark. I'm just
I was
like,
gonna
it's,
say, I was gonna say, in Travis's defense too, he has been sick.
Put some color on. No, I'm fine.
Well, Travis had a big day with 2 hours and 5 minutes on the G-Man and the Nerdy Collective. So that was great. I hung in there for most of it, Travis.
So,
well,
so
I
guys,
guarantee you showed up for 2 hours and 4 minutes because the show was 2 hours and 11 minutes.
I'm getting this whole Riddler
There you
vibe.
yeah.
Oh, look, we saw some skin.
Easy.
Trying
Dude,
to- I'm
keeper.
trying to think of a Riddler quote
Canadian
from-
mode engaged. You know
Yeah,
what? You know what? I'm just gonna turn my camera off.
Just top four. Do you have duct tape around your glasses right now?
No, I don't, but I do have duct tape near me.
Oh my.
I
All
don't
right.
want to
Well,
know why.
this is off topic. What's up, Tony?
Hey, how you doing? Well, I'm just reading Lady Fantastic stuff.
No,
she-
they don't
she
follow
said-
him around.
She said, "Turn on the light," and he ends up being a Yeti.
White Walker.
Jimmy G, where are your dancing girls? Do they come on every show? Well,
Yeah, no, they don't follow him around.
Pasty white ass.
so I'm late. You know, it's been a few weeks since I did a live show, so I want to talk about. I'll ask y'all, what were your favorite comic book stories of 2023? And anybody can start. I mean,
Goblin Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man, because Amazing Spider-Man had been just so dredgingly awful. And by the way, I loved everything you said about Ultimate Spider-Man earlier. But Amazing Spider-Man had been so awful. So the fact that Peter got the sins of Osborn in him and was just like driven and like, you know, mad. I thought it was like a phenomenal story, and it really woke me up out of this Amazing Spider-Man lullaby that I had been trapped in. So that's one of them.
yeah, I agree.
That's-
To me,
That's
to me, that was
2020.
probably. Huh?
Wasn't that
What was
like?
that, Mike?
Wasn't that this year when that started? Like December?
December still can.
Well.
2 issues of it were in December.
Yeah, I know, but that's still like I had people like putting like Wonder Woman and Birds of Prey on their like favorite 2023 list, and I'm just like, that those are good books, but like they're too early to put on that list. Like, I'd put them on their 2024 list, but like,
They're not finished.
yeah, they're not finished.
The way I see it, if it started like even at the end of 2023 and they're not finished, I don't. For me, it doesn't qualify for being in.
Oh, y'all are gonna hate. Y'all are gonna hate what I have lined up.
Also, it has to have a full story arc
my
too.
opinion. This is my opinion, but I like.
I want you to know, I waited in, but I felt if more story took place in 2023 than 2024, I felt obligated to acknowledge it.
Now, okay, like in my theory, the way I put it is like if like the last 2 issues like ended in 2024 or something like that, then I can kind of consider it. Like if it's a 12-issue series and like the last 2 issues came out like January, February, then I can still consider it kind of, you know,
Like the next one on my list. And
because predominantly that whole series was 2023. Because I'm thinking about like, you know, when people talk about what's it called, the Watchmen sequel, and how long that took.
Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, technically you could say it was like a part of 2017 and 2018, and I don't know.
and a smidge of 19. And
Mhm.
Oh, and the way I look at it too is like you have to have a full story arc. Like that means like at least 5 to 6 issues is usually the length of a story arc on an ongoing. I feel like you'd have to have that entirely out. With only having two issues out in 2023, you don't even have a full arc.
Well, DVH, what do you think?
Promptly
Imagine.
ignoring that, I'm going to say Transformers.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
like,
see, yeah.
there was only 3 issues, granted, in 2023, but it was such a hit. Like everybody loves it, and for a very good reason. It's
I want to
excellent.
say Transformers counts because it was riding off of Void Rivals and Void Rivals. You know, I mean, so I want
Now
to
the way we build exceptions because of
Yeah.
Transformers and
Now-
Energon. I love this.
I say if it's good, it's good. Like it doesn't make any
Like
difference. to me.
it would make my
Of
honorable
course,
mentions
if it's
just like
good, it's good.
Wonder Woman and Birds of Prey made my honorable mentions for my 2023 list because like
I mean, if we're gonna be like really relaxed with the rules, technically, do a power bomb finished in 2023. So
I
like
don't.
that,
That's why I don't consider it in
Yeah.
2023.
yeah, I don't
I
either,
just-
really. Like it's a 2022 book.
I try and take you know because it like discount, especially if you want other people to see this list, and it discounts books that came out during this year, you know, and books come out week to week to week to week.
By the way, my Spider-Man story in question all took place in 2023 because Gang War began in December, and that is
Yeah.
after. So my precious amazing Spider-Man is in the clear. In my bottom choice.
These are like imaginatory rules, you know. They're like, you know, rules.
these
that
are these are our personal rules that we're just throwing onto each other. We're like, no, you have to follow my rules because I follow my
Well,
rules.
I can
Y'all
say
are
with
y'all are asking
I-
for so much trouble because I will do this at the end of 2024 and I will email all of you a list of rules beforehand.
I
All
can
right,
say
Mike.
you know, they're more like guidelines than actual rules. you
yeah,
know.
they're like that. But I could say all the books I picked, I try to like pick books that started in 2023 and finished in 2023. I think there's a couple, like there's one where it's like more of an example, and there's like another that finished. It might have finished like the very end of 2023, but I tried to keep it within that moniker.
Mhm.
I know, for me, I could go down a list, but
I can go
Uh,
first. I got the
go ahead,
books
Mike.
ready. All right, because I got all my books
I'm
ready,
gonna,
and we can see.
I'm gonna just go.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
go
didn't pull any books.
I did because I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I'm sorry. No.
No, you don't have to.
All right, so my top pick from 2023 was Chroma from Image and Skybound Entertainment. It's actually like well known within the community because he's the same dude that's doing Void Rivals. He's actually the artist that's within Void Rivals with yeah, I'm drawing a blank at the writer. Yeah, but he, you know, and he's also worked on other books with Kirkham. You know, he worked on I think Oblivion Song and some other stuff. So it's kind of a team that was already there. But this is all him. It's art and his story. It's a 4 issue little series. They are like a little thicker, but man, if I mean this was just something new, inventive. The art is engaging. All the covers are dope. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak highly enough of this series. It was just fantastic. Um, yeah, I'm sticking with indies at first, but second on my list is definitely Plush. You know, Plush was a fantastic series all the way through. It's got dope art. I know it's not for everybody, but it's just one of my teams, Wagner and Hilliard. I love everything that they come out with just because they have good imaginations, still in control of their writing kind of thing, and the art, and I love it. And then they got Rico Renzi on this with the colors, and man, it pops. It all goes together. Um, and those are kind of more well known. This one not so well known and maybe overlooked, but Above Snakes was fantastic. I would love to see this adapted into a TV show, and I hope there's a volume 2 because it leads off with a hint of more to the story. But it's your basic like kind of spaghetti western type of story, like a revenge. It reminds me a little bit of The Crow, you know. As you can see, the bird in the background, he does have like this mythical like bird that's kind of guiding him on this revenge trip, which is kind of cool. He has conversations and stuff like that. Image Comics, we got Hitomi. Hitomi
Oh,
was
wow.
another timepiece period that was fantastic. HS Talk, I think, yeah, HS Talk is the writer, but it was fantastic all the way through. If you're any form a samurai fan, or you know, I could mention a bunch, but this reminds me of like Wolf Cub, you know, It felt authentic to what it was trying to do. When you read it, the art feels like, you're looking at an old Japanese, like, samurai tale or something like that. It was fantastic. It's another series that I hope he does put out a volume 2, and as I know it, there is more to, like, he has plans for it. All right, so getting into the bigger two, and honestly, I didn't bring any Marvel, but there was a couple, like, mentions. I'll get to them, but being a fantastic, event that nobody wanted, but it turned out to be great. But Night Terrors all the way through, I enjoyed. I actually bought every single spinoff and tie-in comic. It was great all the way through. I want to say over like 30 issues. There might have been like one so-so issue, and all the rest of it was really good. There was actually some issues that actually had genuine horror vibes. I know Travis is gonna love this one, but Stronger! Oh man, this
There we
series was
go. Yeah.
start this. I mean, hands down, this series was fantastic. Not only did it was it just a fan. I mean, coming out of the TV show, which they got canceled during the same year, but I mean, getting this, it was like an ode to the fans from the show, the character from the comics. But not only that, but like it led us into the JSA area. I mean, it gave us a bunch of that, and that to me, that's a highlight from the year. I got a little bit more, a little bit. Bear with me. This was the year for DC and Superman. This is my example. I mean, if anything came out of DC, this was his year in DC Comics. And I'm not a huge Superman fan, but I have to give it props all over. I mean, you could pick up anything Superman this year, and it was a fantastic read. His main series, Action Comics, the spinoffs that we got, everything was just they shined in one of their big guys, and it was
I
nice.
liked Action quite a bit, but I really loved that Superman run. I thought that
Superman
was really
oh,
cool.
it's so good. It's just the art, the
Mm.
story that they gave us. Oh, you could tell they just devoted some love into Superman.
Yeah.
Travis. But
Yep.
another one that was fantastic coming off of the
Mhm.
Peacemaker show, but this was fantastic and one of the funniest reads I've read throughout comics. I'm not going to say it was the funniest, but it was great. And a short little simple story, but I mean, if you like the show or if you liked him in the movie, it's definitely, I mean, because it's
Well,
modeled after John
and,
Cena's,
and yeah, exactly. Like it's like the show too, because like you said, it has a comedy. It has beats too. It has the comedy beats, but it actually does get emotional, like through it, and like makes you feel for certain characters. And then
Mhm.
yeah, it goes right like it yeah, it's very in depth, even though it's not. It's kind of outrageous.
It was great. I got two more. This one by far was excellent, and I did not see it coming. This is Gotham City Year One from Tom King, coming right after he did Human Target. We got this one, and it was fantastic. I mean, the art, the story that we got, it developed my love of this dude named Slam Bradley, who a lot of people might not know, but he actually is from Action Comics #1 all the way back when Superman
Yeah.
started. Tom King, what he did is he took a lot of lore and a lot of stuff that hadn't really been discussed within the DC universe. He gave us nods to stuff that is in the I mean, it was a fantastic short little series. Last but not least, and I know a lot of people, but Danger Street was just fantastic. And another Tom King. For me, that this was the year that I fell in. I mean, I was already a big king of Tom King, coming out of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and some of his other bangers that we got before this. But this was his year. I mean, and he didn't stop right at the end of this year. He started Animal Pound and some other, but pay attention to Tom King, folks. But yeah, that's all I
Wonder
got.
Woman.
So, yeah. Well, Wonder Woman's still going, so that's why it wasn't on my list. But I mean, and Penguin too. I mean, he's had some fire. Sorry, I know that was a little long, but that's all I got.
Forget.
Well, I was gonna say I don't have anything to show off because I was too lazy to dig through my collection. But I'll just break it through the companies. Like DC, my favorite reads, like you said, Superman. I only read that one Superman, but I loved it. Night Terrors, I was able to read more than I actually bought. I read a lot of it online, but I'm going to pick up the trades for Night Terrors. That, yeah, like you said, that was really good. for a series that nobody asked for.
Read Night Terrors, then read Beast World.
It was
Okay.
cohesive, and it was really nice for an event to be that cohesive. All the tie-ins, especially coming off of some other events that we got before that, like Lazarus Planet and Cliff's favorite event, Dark Crisis. Don't
Oh yeah.
sleep on Dark Crisis.
Yeah, I knew Cliff was going to get to Dark Crisis, but now as far as Marvel, I really can't come up with a lot of stuff because I didn't really read a lot of stuff. I mean, I read Immortal Thor.
And I forgot
I read Cap Wolf. I loved Cap Wolf. It was a guilty pleasure.
Punisher and
Um,
Daredevil.
yeah.
Hulk. I think Hulk's
Yeah,
my
Incredible
favorite.
Hulk's been
Yeah,
fantastic.
Hulk's been good.
But when it comes to the independents, I think like most of us love the Energon stuff. That goes without saying. Some of my favorite ones I loved was, of course, the Spawn and Something That's Killing Children. I love Something That's Killing Children, and Big Game, Nightclub, and freaking Nemesis Reloaded. Man.
Nemesis. Yeah, I was just going to say Nemesis. Yeah.
Nemesis Reloaded. I read the first issue and ended up tracking down the rest of the stuff. I mean, it just, man.
The only one I
now-
read through that was Nightclub, and Nightclub was really good.
Yep.
Well, going into the Big Game crossover, I knew of but hadn't read. I hadn't read any Kick-Ass, but I knew who Kick-Ass was. Didn't read Ambassadors or any of that other stuff. I read Wanted. I knew what Wanted was, but other than that, I was like, man. And I love trying to explain, like to my brother Jeremy, when I got him to read Nemesis Reloaded. I said, think of an evil Batman, and he was like, wow.
Yeah.
And if you want to, if you want to go ahead and count them, I read the traits for Murder Falcon and Do a Powerbomb, and I think Do a Powerbomb is probably one of my favorite freaking stories now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, oh, and I forgot to mention, I didn't mention another one from DC that I really, really enjoyed because it started from, I believe it was Travis and Mark, and that was the 1 Minute War. I loved reading 1 Minute War.
Flash all the way through was good.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong, folks. That everything that popped out from DC, in my opinion, was gold this year. I mean, you could have went in any direction, and I mean, I want to say there was a couple so series like Cyborg was okay, and but
Steelworks wasn't that good.
anything with Dawn DC at the top, it was pretty good.
I'm gonna be honest. Me being a Marvel guy, saying this, but I found more enjoyment with DC.
Yeah, there's like you think about it too. Tom King's last run with Marvel was Vision. That
Wait,
was
say that again.
wasn't
Vision
that
was Tom King's last Marvel series.
yeah.
Yeah. You're right. It was,
And
it was.
he hasn't been back since. DC must be treating him right because like he doesn't pitch stuff at DC. DC says like, "Hey, we want you on this." Like he wasn't going to them pitching a story for Wonder Woman. They came to him and was just like, "Hey, we want you on Wonder Woman. Can you think of a story?" So they must be treating him right over there. Because he's a good writer. And then you have Joshua Williamson. Tom Taylor. Yeah, you have all of these great writers, and also Rom V is now exclusive over at DC.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of big moves this year. I mean, Greg Capullo went over to Marvel. I mean, you're talking about like, it wasn't just one side, but I do want to say that DC is doing something right, and I agree with you. It looks like they're treating the people right because they did get a lot of big, not just writers but artists too. Getting Sweeney Boo, even though I'm not a huge fan of her, and Sweeney Boo is a big deal. I mean, there was some other like
The Ghost Machine.
yeah,
That's a big deal.
Distillery. I mean, there was a lot like this past year, especially in where we started from. The beginning of 2023 to where we ended. Man, there was a lot that like shaked and moved during the year. And you're talking about when we started the year, we still had, what was that company called? With their gimmicks that like they had the invisible slab. They had
Bad Idea.
Yeah, and did they? No,
Yeah.
they're kind of not around no more.
I never read any of their books, but I heard they're really good stories.
Me neither.
They were
Which is
good.
sad.
They were good.
I was never able to pick any up.
Yeah,
Good art, good stories.
but
They went too hard on the gimmicks, you know.
I can name off a few. Like it's all DC. It's all
Go ahead.
DC
Go
that
ahead.
I enjoyed. Uh, Mike showed a few off that I did enjoy. Stargirl, Lost Children, fantastic. Love that series. It introduced Jeff Johns did something new and introduced new golden age heroes in a way that was perfectly done, and they're so much so that they're crossing over into like the future of what's going on in DC with it with it crossing over with Jay Garrick's The Flash. Um, then there is, of course, the Justice Society of America has been fantastic. It's actually Jeff Johns' story again. He will be done writing it after issue 10, I think. Because he's going to Ghost Machine, but it's been fantastic. It is, of course, since it's written by Jeff Johns, it's crossing over with like the ending of what happened in Stargirl now with this story. The beginning of the story, the first arc, was all about Helena Wayne, not Helena Bertinelli, but Helena Wayne, the daughter of Catwoman and Batman. It was a fantastic story. Speaking of earlier about Rom V being exclusive to DC now, The Vigil was a really good story as well. Really enjoyed that story.
All the We Are Legends.
I need to go back and read the rest of Spirit World, because what I read, the beginning of it, it really seemed really interesting. I only read issue number 1.
Spirit World was probably Vigil and Spirit World were probably my top, but I also enjoyed City Boy too. I mean, City Boy was freaking dope all the way through.
City Boy was cool. It just bothered me that I'm like, why is he a remix of John Hawksmoor from The Authority? What are we doing here, DC?
I don't know that character, so maybe that's why it spoke to me. But I did
No,
like.
I mean, it's fine. It's a great book, but I'm like, he's literally this other character who's in The Authority, which is a book that you guys are kind of trying to have some kind of promotion for with Superman Legacy. I was like, this is a strange time for this new character, but okay.
Unstoppable Doom Patrol. I really like that series. Really like where it's leading to the ending. I found it really cool how it ended, and then we flip over and kind of get like a post-credit scene in a comic. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? And I like the little reveal at the end. It's going to lead to something big, and I can't wait. What else was there? There's quite a bit. Of course, Unstoppable Peacemaker. Peacemaker tries hard. Fantastic series. Mike already mentioned it. Superboy, Man of Tomorrow. One of the best reads. And I'm saying that it's over Stargirl. Superboy, Man of Tomorrow was one of my favorite reads of 2023. I love that story. Love the arc that they brought him through. Love the growth that he went through in that story and how he related to there's a character that kind of mirrored him a little bit in his earlier days. And I like that story arc that they went with and where he possibly could go now. And I hope DC does something with this character going forth, because they have every tool now to do something cool with this character. And I hope they do. And it could be his own solo story again, without it being him part of the whole Superman family, and getting bogged down by them. So I really hope they do something with him. But one of my favorite reads of 2023. I think there's more.
What did everybody think of World Tree in the end?
I never read it.
I never read it.
I wouldn't say it was in my top of last year, but it started off really good and sort of
It started off
seemed
really
to,
good.
yeah, seemed to peter out really. Like everybody was really hyped for it too, and then it just ended with nobody caring, which is a bit
Well,
of a
just
shame.
restarted too.
That's
Yeah, it
true. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I need more World Tree. I think that's the thing. Like, I'm like, if it
I have
doesn't
opinions on
really,
that, but I don't want to get into it now. But I think that kind of was like a lot of Tinian stuff was like they started out good and then they just kind of fizzled because Blue Book was like that, like World Tree was like that. They got, in my opinion, like the DC book that we got. I'm drawing a blank. Was kind of it. It just felt rushed, and I have to believe he just felt like he was really spread out. Is what I'm kind of saying. Not that they were bad reads or whatever, but I agree with DVH that it started out really strong, and it just kind of like where we ended it with was like, do I really want to continue this?
yeah.
There's
I got-
more.
I think I got a few more that I just remembered. World's Finest, Teen Titans. Really enjoyed that series. I really had fun with it. The only issue that I had with it is that it ended. I really wish they could have just continued. Mark Waid did some great work with that series. I know not a lot of people liked it, but I really enjoyed it. The regular Titan series has been good too. Beast World has been good. That's kind of going into 2024, but man, Beast World has been fantastic. That ties into Night Terrors because at the end of Night Terrors, something happens and it follows into Beast World. So you're gonna have to read Night Terrors to know what's happening a little bit, not fully, but to know a certain aspect of it. Night Terrors was good too. I liked the Boston brand led story. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else right now. My list is all on my phone, and I can't exit out of this. Just look at it. So
Yeah. I was trying to think of some other stuff, but my mind just went completely blank. So,
All right. Well, I can knock some out of the park.
Yeah.
do
So-
it. Cliff.
Drop a load.
I'm gonna give it to. I'm also gonna give it to Night Terrors. I expected absolute garbage, and it actually delivered something pretty good, right? Well, I was very mad at Williamson, right? And like, I'm just over time, I'm just deciding I just gotta forgive him, and I really just have to blame DC's editorial for not acting like editorial for like the last 25 years. So like, there's, and then Ambassadors, great. Nightclub, great. Nemesis Reloaded, great. The Big Game, great. If you want to read non-Marvel, non-DC stuff, everything there that I just named for you, what, in the Magic Order, right? But
I co-sign all of that.
Right.
Yeah, brilliant.
Magic Order is a bigger read investment than the others I named, but if you want to go to town on all of it because all of it is good. And I'm still a Mark Miller fan.
He's so consistent. It's mad. Like,
Right, he
just churns them out, and they're all really good fun.
And not to mention, like, every once in a while, he can give you a little bit of a happy ending. So yay.
Yeah.
So like, look, I'm not even sure what his motivation is for doing all this because I know he made a lot of money with Netflix, but he is like also literally under the gun of Netflix to deliver. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see what time will tell us. Those books are great. Definitely The Year of Superman. Phil Kennedy Johnson on Action Comics, amazing. Williamson, I was going to kill him, but he actually turned out really good stuff on Superman. So that's been said. And my favorite thing, I can't remember everything else, but my favorite thing of 2023, and I know it's just going to be me and Seabizzle on this one, but Fall of X. That Hellfire Gala freaking sucked me back into X-Men comics like nothing ever did before. I was like, oh my God, my babies. Oh, they're just murdering them left and right. I can't put it down.
I can't take you seriously anymore.
Listen to me, Canadian Travis.
Wait,
I'm
what?
I'm
That
allowed
makes
to.
no sense
I'm allowed to.
whatsoever.
What do
So
you mean?
regular Travis is not Canadian?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it an American
That's right.
Travis?
That's right. There's a regular Travis out there, and then Canadian Travis. There's a Japan Travis. You'll meet him one
Wait
day.
till wait till
Yeah.
you meet Texas Travis.
Right?
Oh,
UK
shit.
There's
Travis
many,
is dope.
there's many Texas Travis. Many.
Yeah, there is. Trust me, I can tell you that. One of my brothers is named Travis, so I can guarantee that.
But Travis, how dare you? I named one X-Men thing that actually got me excited. One Marvel thing managed to grab my attention.
No,
And all of a sudden you can't take me seriously. People can name all sorts of trashy books that they love day and night. And you're just like, no, I can't take you seriously.
Oh. Also, Joshua Williamson is doing a good Green Arrow run too.
Yes, he is.
Yes, and they made it ongoing.
Yes.
Oh, is it ongoing?
Yes, it
wasn't,
is.
but it is now. But
Okay.
again, and also I feel like I'm missing out. Oh, also we're running out of time. I don't want to go crazy, but I just gotta tell you, I'm loving Green Lantern on Scott. I keep hearing people go after the book. I understand why maybe it's not clicking with them, but they keep saying stuff about the writer. And like, I know that maybe they're not saying it to come from like a negative place, or I don't know if they mean to be as negative as they sound. The writer is not working anything out. That was like something I heard that like really just upset me. Like, he's not working his own issues out on the page. You have to understand, if you know gay culture and history, okay, and what it's like to be someone, especially in service to the United States during the 1940s, Alan Scott's story is a mirror to the stories of those men and women in that era, right? And that's what people need to understand. Now, if with that understanding, you still don't like the book, it's not for you, you still find Alan Scott too loathsome in the story, fine. But please don't make it about the writer. Please understand the writer took on this mission, right? To tell that kind of story. And that's what we're getting. And that's a story that I understand, including from the men and women I know who served in that era. May most of them rest in peace now. I've said my piece on that. I'm sorry, but I love that series too. And it definitely started in 2023. I know it doesn't really count because it's still going now. But
I can agree with you. And, you know, coming from the opposite spectrum, I think they're doing a wonderful job in the way he's approaching it and dealing with the topics in the book. And they're relevant and they're actually like historical accurate. I mean, it's not those people that are saying that, those are just bigots. And
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But it's not. It's a couple people who I respect and who
I know. But in the real sense of things, when you analyze a book, and guess what? I do. In the real sense of things, he's touching it on, like you said, real how it was back then. How not just that, but how that world was back then. I mean, it's not that it's a story set in time. No, I mean, you're in that story. You're literally in that time, you know, and what they had to deal with going through that time, and how the military was during that time. No, I think he's touching it on a real level, and I don't even know if the guy is, you know, I don't know his you know, I don't know all that. His sexual
I mean, he
orientation.
does identify as queer, so like there's that, and that's why it's a
I
little
don't know.
it's a little bit of the social media problem in there, mixed in all this.
Yeah, well, I mean, that sounds like a lot of people with bad ideas just slinging bad ideas at what sounds like a great book. Like, it's the only interesting thing about that book to me is because of that storyline. Like, I wouldn't go near that particular character usually. It just wouldn't occur to me to. But then I heard about that story, and I'm like, that sounds really
intriguing.
Interesting,
and it's
very well done.
Honestly, it's the best part of the story, because the rest of the story is just like every other superhero story, but the engaging character development, the real life, you know, issues that he's having to go through, you know, is what compels the story. You know, I think it's great.
As do I. And listen, and some people just said they wanted more action. And I'm like, okay, if that's your real issue with it, fine. But just some people saying that the writer is inserting himself, the writer is working through issues. That's really what has bothered me. I hear that so often, and I've met a lot of these people. I've interviewed some of these people. I know what their process is like. I am dying to interview Tim Sheridan. I went through his press agent and everything, and my ass is waiting. But look, it is what it is.
Whilst we're talking about LGBTQ stuff, I read Heartstopper Volume 5, which came out in December, so that counts, right? And
Yeah.
I love that book. I thought it was really great for young adults. Title, like the whole run is really engaging. She's a wonderful writer. I mean, it's very warm and fuzzy. Like, it depends how much you want that in your sort of comic books, but I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Some of us really need the warm and fuzzy. I like the warm and fuzzy. Netflix barely gives us the warm and fuzzy when it comes to my community. So I was like, all right, I'll take it.
I love the series as well on Netflix. That's really fun. It's a really well done show.
It's really.
I mean, there's some dubious acting, but it's great. Like,
there's dubious acting all over Netflix, so that's fine.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
I got an honorable mention because this comic did come out in 2001, but it concluded in 2003. It had one issue come out in 2001 and 2 issues come out in 2003.
Hell no, they don't qualify. Get out of here.
That's why it's an honorable mention. But Swamp Thing Green Hell.
Oh yeah.
By Jeff Lemire.
Wow.
Yeah. Damn,
wow.
that's
you not only reached through a wormhole, you reached into that wormhole.
That Green Hell, and he reached down in the Green Hell and pulled that out.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was a great series, and it had Maxine Baker in it, so it was even better.
Tony, what you got? You've been quiet on the.
I'm enjoying it. I mean, like I said, my mind just went kind of blank.
I want to throw out some honorable mentions because we haven't really done the whole Marvel side of it, and I don't want to sound like I don't want to give any Marvel praise. And I did mention it briefly, but I really did enjoy Daredevil. Even the restart of Daredevil after that main series, I enjoyed those, issues. I mean, the 12 issues by itself were fantastic reads, but then they crossed it over to the Punisher, and I know not everybody liked that Punisher run, and that was Jason Aaron, but honestly, I really liked it. I liked the conclusion. I even liked the note that they got. It made sense to me. Like, it fit. I did start with the new Punisher, and it's not bad. I mean, it feels like a remix of the same stuff. But there's some others that I did mention, like Aliens and Predator, and they've been fantastic all the way through. We got the Wolverine versus Predator, which was surprisingly fantastic with really dope art. Ghost Rider all the way through was really good. I know AR dropped it earlier, and for me, this was a so-so read. I'm not going to say it was good or bad, but the Fantastic Four, what is it, Ryan North, I think is his name, his run with the Alex Ross covers. It was a good read, good enough where I kept it on my pool all the way through. I'm not going to say it was bad but it was a fun, I'm trying to think. Jonathan Hickman, and he brought this up. I've enjoyed everything Jonathan Hickman does. I honestly, that's Marvel's gold right there, because Gods has been good. All his X-Men stuff. But my warning about Jonathan Hickman is I just think he's better read in a trade format and not single issues. Like, reading his single issue stuff, it's like trying to piece together puzzles, and you don't have all the pieces yet. So in my opinion, it just reads better once all the pieces are in front of you, and you don't have to wait week to week. But I will admit that Jonathan Hickman, in my opinion, is probably like Marvel's best writer currently. I don't know, it's my opinion. Some other Something Is Killing the Children has been fun. Grimm's been fun. You know, I know I don't hear anybody talk about it, but pretty much everything from Boom, it's been, on one level or another. Like, it's been fun. Specs was really fun.
Yeah, I forgot about Specs. I loved it.
Ghost Store was really fun. Yeah, I mean, there's just I read a bunch of stuff that I don't hear a lot of. Like, damn them all from Boom was, and I try and get people onto this because it's basically like a remixed version of Constantine, and they do it in a different way. But like, I do kind of like the way they're doing it. Like it's kind of like there's this idea in the book where demons, because that's what it's about. It's the occult, and it's about this magician. Like, these demons have escaped from hell, and she's tracked down to, like, get all the demons back in hell. But the way they explain demons is like, if we see them, we either get sick or we die, or but it's the art inside it kind of reflects that. It's like this prismy, like it's so cool how they do the art in the book. But no, Damn Them All has been really good all the way through. There was a lot of great.
I've never
I looked
understood what that book is about, but thank you.
I looked over at my pile, and this was staring at me in my face, and I forgot. I can't believe I forgot to mention Conan.
That's a really good shout. That is remarkably good. I was
the art, the story.
Yeah,
you talk a callback to the source material, like it
yeah.
literally felt like you were reading like an original Conan book, and it's so good.
It isn't Savage Sword fixing to restart soon, like February or something.
I think so, and they're planning on dropping 2 other books, and with like a spin-off that leads off of this one and something else. I'm drawing a blank.
Maybe Cole.
No,
Maybe Cole, right? Dig him up.
he was in another series that I didn't hear anybody talking about. It was a barbarian, because there was a lot of barbarians this year. We had the Last Barbarians. We had 2 different Conan. We had like a couple different Red Sonjas that dropped. We had like, but no, we did have like, and I read like the Last Barbarian was okay, but it was short. It felt like it just abruptly ended. But I did like the story. We did get one from what's his name's daughter, Joe Kubert. Joe Kubert's daughter did like a barbarian book, and I'm drawing a blank. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. It wasn't. The art was good, but
Are you talking about Emma Kubert?
Yeah, and I think it's Emma. It's Kubert.
Wasn't Frazetta? Didn't Frazetta's daughter do some stuff?
Yeah, she did a Vampirella book this year, Dead Flowers, and hers wasn't that good. But I do like Frazetta. I don't know. Now, one thing I can say is Opus Comics. Now they've had the rights to all the rest of the Frazetta stuff. Like, and they did start a Frazetta universe. We got Death Dealer, we got like Mothman, we got like, and they're all based off of like, Frazetta art or Frazetta stories. But everything we got from Opus Comics dealing with Frazetta was Death Dealer was so good. I mean, if you read Barbaric, which I know a lot of us have and loved it, like Death Dealer is pretty. I mean, it's pretty much like Barbaric in the same sense. Like, and it was well written and great art, and like I said, Barbarians, right?
Barbarians, I very much enjoy.
It was a good year for Barbarians. It's good to see some medieval stuff getting some love. I mean, we did that. In my opinion, that's a genre that we could use a little more of in the world.
All right. Well, y'all, I'm gonna take a minute and we'll go around the horn real quick, and we'll start with Mike. What you got coming up, man?
I got something big coming up. It's a read-along kind of book club that I'm doing on my channel. It's going to be based off of this series right here, which is the Dark Tower series. This is the first book. In 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a live chat, discussion. We're reading through the book. We're gonna touch base on the plot points, and just we have some experienced readers that have read throughout the whole Dark Tower series, the whole 8 books, and then we have some new readers that have never read the book, and that's going to be the fun of the show, is getting their predictions on what the hell they think's going on and stuff. But that's what I got coming up. It's going to be a big event kind of thing.
That's cool. I remember reading the first one, and that's all I can remember.
I love this. This is my favorite story within all media, like novels, like video games, comics. That to me, there's no other story that can even touch this. And there are it's 50-50. You know, there are some people that made it through this sucker and that they weren't satisfied. You know, they didn't like the ending. And I will say I think it requires some in-depth thinking, you know, to understand that the whole kind of thing. But man, like you talk about like I don't know, there's some dope stuff that can't be talked about with going into sport, you know, kind of thing. But if you've never read that story, you know, I mean, the first book, it's a very thin book. It's like 200 pages. The audiobook's like 6 hours. You know, in 2 weeks we're gonna do this thing. So if you're interested, you can get this book and read along with us. And I mean, it is a fantastic story.
I'll have to see if I have it. I'm not sure if I still have it or not.
And then me and Trev, you know, on Sunday nights, you know, we have our thing going. You know, don't forget about that. I can't forget about that. But like, you know, we do have that. I want to say it's like 8 o'clock Central or something like that. And yeah, I don't know. Don't quote me on the time. But Sunday at night, yeah.
It's 10 p.m. for everyone else in the East Coast.
I was gonna say it's 9 p.m. Central because usually that's when I start getting ready to go to bed.
I think for me it's like I want to say it's 8. It's 8 Mountain Time. It might be 9 Central. I don't know.
It's about 3 o'clock in the morning for me, so
It's your birthday, so it's perfect.
yeah. No, I'm not. I have Sunday nights off, but I'm always awake, so I watch it. Like,
Dude, the other night when I DM'd you and I like Googled the time just to make sure I was sure, and I'm like, "Are you going to bed or are you waking up?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't work till 7 a.m." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Here, I want to chat anyway."
Well, Cliff, what you got coming up, brother?
Oh my goodness. Well, if you're at Switch, oh my God, he switched comics, right, Marco?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just did his Comic Crash Jeopardy style game. I'm on episode 2. So I was like, now I need to get him on my show next month. And then maybe I need to get him Phil's Treehouse. I feel like we have to cross over all the trivia shows.
Oh, Phil's Treehouse is amazing. I can't wait for that to come back.
Yeah, see, look at all this looking forward to. So we've got that. So of course I got Crisis Quest on Tuesday. This time Scotty Vaughn will be joining us, so that's going to be great. The Council every Sunday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a movie review. This year we're focusing on trilogies. So this Sunday, Back to the Future Part 1. 6 o'clock, Durs and his 2K celebration. That's going to be awesome. Yep. Mondays, 8 o'clock, New Keys and Hot Comics with the Council of Comics. Plus, we do our duck giveaway. And try to earn a duck. And then, the last Monday of the month, we'll give off a beautiful prize package, which is just, I don't know why, but apparently we have this sick need to challenge ourselves because our Christmas package was so amazing, right? Now we just keep adding little things. I have a movie night thing coming up. I do not have a firm date. I will be on Guess That Key this month. I've also got something coming up with John's Comics and Kids and the Nerdy Collective next month. So yeah, I got the calendar kind of full. So thank you. I appreciate all of you.
Cliff is staying busy.
Oh my God, and TM Nerdy. Oh my God, we got a Wednesday night thing kind of happening, for his late night show. So I'm gonna look forward to that, and I'm gonna be very addicted to coffee.
Well, speaking of TM Nerdy, Travis, what you got coming up, man?
Well, I'm gonna make a video a day stating why Cliff is no longer credible.
Okay.
So he can't be trusted with anything comic related.
He wants my vengeance. He wants my vengeance.
No. Tomorrow at week's end. Over on Legion of Comics channel, we talk comics, movies, TV. all that fun stuff. Monday night over on my channel, 8:35 p.m. Eastern. Between the Lines, we'll have Circumstances. That's Marcus joining us. And the theme of the night is superheroes with dad bods. So if you'd like to draw from home, send them to me. We'll feature them on the show. Wednesday, the premiere episode of Tomorrow Tonight, where I will have some topics that we will be talking about. Of course, Cliff is going to be there, but it's open panel. If anybody wants to jump on, I will have the topics figured out and what we're going to talk about, and I will post them on IG and on my YouTube community page. So you guys will have the knowledge of what we're talking about, and if you want to jump on, you can, and if you just want to talk in the chat, you feel free to do so. It'll be live at 11 p.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. Atlantic. That's why it's tomorrow for you, tonight for tomorrow for me, tonight for you. There we go. And then I will be over on Nomen's channel tomorrow night too. So right after our week's end, I'll be jumping right over to Nomen's channel.
Cool.
And I was over on the Nerdy Collective channel tonight, earlier today. So I figured I'd shout that out. He was here in the chat earlier tonight.
For 2 hours and 11 minutes.
2 hours and 11 minutes. Yeah.
Well, DVH, what you got coming up, brother?
I'll have a video up Monday/Tuesday, depending on how far I'm along with the edit. Then maybe a video on Friday, and then maybe I'll be back here on Saturday. That's the plan. Yeah.
Yep.
Simple.
Well, as far as I go, Monday I'll be dropping another. I think it's part 2. I recorded 3 videos where I opened up a pack from Five Below and a Walmart pack, and so I'm going to be doing video 2 of that, and then hopefully, if I can get it done in time, my episode 50 of Tony's Comic Spotlight. I didn't think I'd do 5, let alone be on episode 50, and it's going to be this bad boy right here. Now, trivia, I like to do a lot of trivia, so it'd probably be more about the band than the comic itself, but looking forward to getting into that. Right now, I got to write that script out for that episode. I got a couple things coming soon. I don't know when they're going to start, but I'm going to I talked to my LCS. They're going to let me actually go into the store and film a store tour.
Ooh.
And then we talked about maybe doing something on Tuesday nights where I film it Tuesday, drop it on Wednesday, where me and Brandon, that's one of the guys that runs B&B Collections, are going to talk about the books that are coming out that week. We're going to start doing a weekly thing at the store.
That'd be cool.
So that's just something I was kicking around. And then we'll be back next week. Now, right now, unless I change my mind, because I can change my mind 1,000 times.
Do it.
I'm planning on the theme for next week's episode being the music that we grew up with that inspires us, whether it did something to change your life or it's just something that's the soundtrack of your life. I want to talk about it. It could be rock, metal, rap, whatever. I don't care. And I'll have a little story to go with that as well.
I got my top 1,000 list.
But that's what I've got on deck. And then I'm going to bring this up again because I didn't know if Cliff saw it, but we got hashtag warm and fuzzy. But I want to take a minute. Thank you, everybody that hung out on the panel. Thank you, guys. You guys mean more to me than I probably ever possibly say. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for hanging out in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, thanks for watching. And, well, until next time, we will see y'all next week. So everyone have a good week. And until next time, I'll see you later.